still looking at the motive, trying to figure out exactly why he did this, certainly why he did this on that date in such a public area. But there was a past relationship, so it is considered to be domestic violence.
This is the story of Brooklyn Sims, an 18-year-old woman who worked as a contract employee at a Home Depot store in Pensacola, Florida. She had a 2-year-old daughter named Kacey with her 20-year-old boyfriend, Keith Agee. On August 11, 2023, Keith Agee walked into the Home Depot store and shot Brooklyn Sims 5 times, killing her on the spot. But what makes this case even more horrifying is that Keith Agee's 50-year-old mother, Sheila Agee, had helped him plan the murder by texting him the address of the store and encouraging him to kill Brooklyn Sims. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories.
Today, the woman shot to death inside a Home Depot in Pensacola is being identified as 18-year-old Brooklyn Sims.
This story will be taking us to the city of Pensacola in Florida. Pensacola is the westernmost city in the Florida Panhandle, and the county seat and only incorporated city of Escambia County. The Pensacola Bay Area is famous for its natural beauty and historic culture. Known for its white sand beaches and emerald green waters, Pensacola has bragging rights to one of the best naturally preserved coastlines in the United States. Brooklyn Sims was born on June 15, 2005, in Pensacola, Florida. She was the youngest of 4 siblings, Breland, Brianna, and Braxton. She grew up in a loving family that supported her dreams and aspirations. Her mother, Tasha Carter, was a nurse who inspired Brooklyn to follow in her footsteps. Her father, Brian Sims, was a mechanic who taught Brooklyn how to fix cars and bikes. Brooklyn attended Booker T. Washington High School, where she was a cheerleader and a track star. She was popular among her classmates and teachers for her friendly personality and academic excellence. She graduated in 2023 with honors and had plans to attend college and pursue a career in nursing. Brooklyn was described by her friends and family as a devoted mother and a person who could light up the room with her laughter. She loved music, dancing, and spending time with her daughter Kacey. She also enjoyed traveling, shopping, and reading books. She had a passion for helping others and making a positive difference in the world. Brooklyn met Keith when they were both teenagers. They started dating in 2020 and soon became parents to Kacey. According to some of Brooklyn's friends, Keith was abusive and controlling towards Brooklyn. He would often accuse her of cheating on him, monitor her phone calls and texts, and isolate her from her family and friends. He also physically assaulted her on several occasions, leaving bruises and marks on her body. Brooklyn tried to end the relationship several times, but Keith would threaten to harm her or himself if she left him. The abuse escalated in 2023 when Brooklyn decided to move out of Keith's apartment and live with her mother. She also filed for a restraining order against him, accusing him of stalking, harassing, and threatening her. She told the court that he had choked her, hit her with a belt, and pointed a gun at her head. She also said that he had threatened to kill her if she ever left him or took their daughter away from him. The court granted her a temporary injunction for protection against domestic violence on July 29, 2023. However, Keith violated the order several times by contacting Brooklyn through phone calls, texts, and social media messages. He also showed up at her workplace and followed her home. On August 11, 2023, around 1:30 p.m., Brooklyn was working at the Home Depot store on North Davis Highway in Pensacola. She was a contract employee who cleaned the store's restrooms and break rooms. She had been working there for about 2 weeks and was well liked by her coworkers. That day, she was wearing a blue Home Depot apron with her name tag on it. Meanwhile, Keith was driving around with his mother Sheila Agee in her car. They had been texting each other throughout the morning about their plan to kill Brooklyn Sims. Sheila knew where Brooklyn worked and gave Keith the address of the store. She also encouraged him to go ahead with the murder and offered to drive him there. At around 1:45 p.m., they arrived at the Home Depot parking lot. Sheila parked near the entrance of the store and waited in the car while Keith got out with a small shotgun hidden under his shirt. He walked into the store and headed towards aisle 52, where he spotted Brooklyn cleaning one of the restrooms. He approached her from behind and said something to her before firing 5 shots at close range. Brooklyn fell to the floor with multiple gunshot wounds to her chest and abdomen. She died instantly. 2 other employees who were nearby heard the shots and ran for cover. They were grazed by bullets as they escaped but survived their injuries. Keith then ran out of the store and got back into his mother's car. They drove away from the scene but did not get far. The police were alerted to the shooting by a 911 call from one of the store's managers. They arrived at the scene within minutes and found Brooklyn's body lying in a pool of blood. They also found 5 spent shotgun shells and a blue Home Depot apron with her name tag on it. They quickly identified Keith as the suspect, based on the eyewitness accounts of the surviving employees and the surveillance footage from the store. They also learned that he had a history of domestic violence against Brooklyn and that she had a restraining order against him. They traced his phone number and located him at a nearby restaurant called Mellow Mushroom, where he had called 911 and surrendered to the police. He was arrested without incident and taken to the Escambia County Jail. The police also arrested Sheila, who was still in the car with him. They searched the vehicle and found the shotgun used in the murder, along with a box of ammunition and a pair of gloves. They also seized their phones and discovered the text messages between them that revealed their plot to kill Brooklyn. They also found out that Sheila had attended a balloon release in honor of Brooklyn before her arrest, pretending to be her friend. According to the sheriff's office, these are the text messages that took place between Keith and Sheila Agee just prior to the homicide. Keith, sure ain't do none but cost me money and gave me a I'm fin just shoot her ick I hate that for, daughter, but like I said I can't take it IDJF no mo. Sheila, okay I'll call you and tell you MF if you want to go to jail I'll tell you when we get close but if you don't come kill her you a MFB *** CH. Sheila, don't call Nanny and tell her she will try and talk you out of it. Keith, Ian even gone tell her why I left. I'm just say I gotta go to the dentist. Sheila, don't even go there she won't know you left. Don't shoot at my MF car I don't want to die. Keith, I'm not. Sheila, wait till I put her out. Keith, I was gone wait till she got out. Sheila, okay. Keith, but that's another thing if she don't get out that car mama and I have to drag her out or can't I may ask you to step out cause I'm open the door just shoot her. Sheila, as long as you don't shoot me. Sheila, hell if you getting off work now I'll give you the address here and you can ride over here and do it so you don't have to do it in front of, daughter. Keith, send it to me. Sheila, we just in Pensacola. Keith, I'm OTW send it. Sheila, hold up let me get it erase the texts cause I don't want nobody to know I was texting you stupid. Keith, I already deleted mine trust me Ian gone say sure ABT us even talkin' TD. Keith, what's the address? Sheila, I can't wait to get back to that store to give you the address cause you gonna have to shoot me today I done told you about cussing me. Keith, all I want is that address mama I'm done talkin' I done talked enough what's gonna happen and I'm okay with that I done already been thinking it through and this the only way for me idk why you so quick to start sure with me but again must be scared of Brooklyn or some idk. Keith, she gone be on a floor right? Sheila, waiting on you. Keith, I'm saying I'm gon' have to find her in the back or some. Sheila, nope. Keith, okay. Keith, stay out my way. Sheila, I am. Keith, LOL man get off my phone all I needed was that address leave me alone finish your work day and you is to I forgot just me. Keith, so that last thought of her knowing she **d and the regret in her face will be enough to satisfy me IDJF what she see when she dead. Yes TF she do how TF I'm pick her up when yo sorry ass tryna go gamble or hang in Jackson and she don't pick up the phone, now that ain't even gone fly she adjusts. Die before I let that continue. Sheila, okay whatever IDC do what you do IDGAF. Cause I'm going home today not to hell or to jail, Escambia County Sheriff Chip Simmons said in a statement. Keith was charged with first-degree murder and 2 counts of aggravated battery. He pleaded not guilty and claimed that he acted in self-defense, saying that Brooklyn had attacked him with a knife. He also said that his mother had nothing to do with the murder and that she was unaware of his intentions. Sheila was charged with principal to first-degree murder. She also pleaded not guilty and denied any involvement in the murder. She said that she did not know that Keith had a gun or that he was going to kill Brooklyn. She said that she only drove him to the store because he asked her to. Video footage showed a black male, later identified as Keith Agee, enter the store and turn down aisle 52. Seconds later, people are seen running from aisle 52, Then Keith Agee runs back toward the entrance. He runs in the parking lot, gets into a silver four-door sedan and exits that parking lot at a high rate of speed toward Duval Street. He called 911 a short time later from the Mellow Mushroom on Bayou Boulevard and surrendered to police. Sheila Agee was later arrested in Washington County, Alabama, and will be extradited to Escambia County, Florida, to face charges.
Friday's murder inside a Pensacola Home Depot store made her first appearance in court this afternoon. 50-year-old Sheila Agee, now in the Escambia County Jail, charged with principal to first-degree murder. She was extradited from Washington County, Alabama yesterday.
A judge ordered her today to remain in jail without bond as her attorney argued that incriminating text messages between mother and son were taken out of context. Tanner Stewart is live outside the Escambia County Jail to explain what's next in this case for the suspects.
Bob, Sue, Sheila Agee's request for a $250,000 bond denied today as her attorneys argue that her actions don't warrant the charges she's facing.
At this time, the bond will remain a no bond. You'll be ordered to have no contact with any witnesses.
Sheila Agee, the mother of shooting suspect Keith Agee, making her first appearance before a judge in Escambia County, facing principal to murder charges. The arrest report released this week states Agee played a major role in the killing of Brooklyn Sims through her text conversation with her son. Much of the report details those text messages between the two provided by the sheriff's office. She's accused of providing her son with an alternative plan for the murder different than his plan to shoot Sims in the parking lot, providing the exact location of where Brooklyn Sims could be found, and also advising him not to tell his nanny because she'll try and talk him out of it. The report shows the texts begin just hours before the shooting, around 10:30 in the morning, and go until almost 1 in the afternoon. It adds Sheila Agee failed to alert authorities of the plan despite Keith Agee traveling over an hour and a half to Pensacola from Calvert, Alabama, plus another 40 minutes following their last communication. Her lawyer in court on Thursday insisting the texts were misconstrued.
She is a principal to the alleged incident. The majority of the evidence that the court has reviewed is text messages that were taken out of context. And Your Honor, to my knowledge, she has little or no prior criminal history that would support such a charge.
As WEAR has reported, we know the last text message between the two came from Sheila Agee. That reads, "Okay then, stop texting me, I'm working. Do whatever." It was shortly after this, according to a witness account in the report, the shooter walked up to the victim, said a few words, and fired approximately 8 shots before running out of the store.
Agee, who isn't new to this type of thing, had been previously arrested in Mobile, Alabama, on 3 counts of domestic violence in the 3rd degree. He was also charged on April 14, 2022, in Mobile for domestic violence in the 3rd degree. Both cases were dropped. A judge denied bond for the mother charged in a murder at a Florida Home Depot. The arrest report states Sheila Agee, 50, played a major role in the killing of 18-year-old Brooklyn Sims through her text conversation with her son. Sheila is now in the Escambia County Jail charged with principal to first-degree murder. If convicted of the charge, she will receive a mandatory life sentence. Keith Agee is charged with premeditated first-degree murder in the killing of his 2-year-old daughter's mother. Brooklyn's family remembered her as a loving mother, daughter, sister, and friend who had a bright future ahead of her. They said that she did not deserve to die in such a cruel and senseless way. Brooklyn's daughter Kacey was placed in the custody of her maternal grandmother, who vowed to raise her with love and care. She said that she would always tell Kacey about her mother's life and legacy. Family members were really upset that Sheila attended her balloon release few days before she was arrested pretending to be someone who loved Brooklyn. She was there talking about how much she missed her, not knowing she was part of who caused her death.
Family and friends coming together to remember the life of 18-year-old Brooklyn Sims.
Our deepest condolences to the family of Brooklyn Sims. May her soul continue to rest in peace.